fashion and style is timeless, should be timeless. We're not really big on trends because trends come and go. In 3 months, you're wearing, who remembers like that whole carrot pants?
Yeah.
I mean, if you wear carrot, I'm a keep, my money grow on grass
Those
and
colorful sandals.
juicy,
Those rubber
right?
colorful sandals.
Trends come and go,
Yeah, they do.
right? But style is eternal.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to today's episode on She Create Podcast, and I'm your host, Jumoke Shotonwa. Give it up for me, please. Please give it up for me. Thank you so much. Alright, guys, today I have a very interesting episode lined up for you. And today's episode, I have a very talented and award winning fashion and bridal stylist. She's not just a bridal stylist or a fashion stylist, she's also a fellow podcaster. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, join me. Let's welcome Jumoke Shotonwa, CEO Kwasi Styling. Good to have you here, Mrs. Show.
Thank
yes,
you.
I'm going to be referring to her as Mrs. Show on this podcast because that's her second name. Mrs. Show, I'm so glad and I'm so excited that you took out time out of your very busy schedule. I really do appreciate your presence here, and I can't wait to have a very insightful conversation with you.
It's my pleasure.
I can't wait for you to be dishing out those fashion gems because after this episode, my fashion game is going to be on top. No, you guys,
Hopefully.
you need to go and see Mrs. Show's Instagram and come back. Don't worry, I'll tag her below so people will see the fashion. Her fashion game is on point. You can see her, see the drip. Camera, please point up, down. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'm so glad you came in here today.
My
Thank you so
pleasure.
much. So let's talk about you. Let's talk about the fashion industry. First though, let's talk about your journey into the industry. How did it start for you?
My journey to the industry, this was a long time ago, but I would say that I remember when I was growing up, my mom was very particular about, how we looked, our uniforms to school, ensure that we're looking sharp and smart, you must be iron, your uniform must be ironed, your sock must be clean, none of that. But I mean, at the time, there wasn't any big deal for me with fashion and all of that, right? So fast forward to when I went to uni. I went to OAU, by the way. And going to school, every time we go for a new semester or a new session, my mom would take us to the market. I mean, buy clothes for a new semester. Yeah, I mean, shop for us and all that. I always had clothes, a lot of clothes. I remember that going to class in the morning, I would literally change my outfit like 10 times. I'm not
Oh my
joking.
god.
I'm not joking. I
Yeah.
didn't because not because I wanted to slay. At the time, I didn't know it was something deep. I just felt like when I wear something, I didn't feel good. So I would keep changing until I felt good.
I get it.
Right? So I mean, and then anytime I step out, people always like, "Oh, you look good, blah blah blah. You look good, you look good." So I was like, "Okay, thank you." And then I also realized that in school, now, like in church, in class, end of year, end of session party, all these kind of things, church dinners, my friends will say, "Oh, what will I wear? What should I wear? This and that." I was just giving tips. It was just inbuilt. It was a skill that I had. It wasn't I didn't learn it or anything, right? It was inborn, right? God gave me this skill, right? So I remember in my third year or my final year, when you're done with school, you're thinking of what you do with your life. Right? So in my third year, that's my penultimate year, I did a 4-year course. I realized I'm very big on my faith, right? So then I realized that, okay, I feel like this is what I should be doing in life, right? I had this skill, to help women, look good, become the best version of themselves, right? And I also realized that when I see people who don't look good, I always feel bad. I feel pain. Like, I feel like helping them. Like, you shouldn't have won this, you shouldn't have won that, right? And all of that. So my third year, when I realized, okay, I think I should be doing this.
Okay.
I had to go pray to God, and I felt like, okay, this was it. And I was like, this certificate, this political science certificate, I'm not going to use it for anything, right? So, and that's how I went to do my research. Then we're using BBM, BlackBerry at the time.
Yeah.
Right, I did my research. I didn't even know it was called styling.
Okay.
Right, I had no clue what's called styling at the time. I just did my research, went online, just googled. I like putting colors together. I knew that I didn't want to make the clothes.
Okay.
But give me the pieces, I will put it together nicely for you. And you're going to just be like, is this me? So I just put it online on Google and I searched, okay, putting clothes together, blah, blah, blah. And then it just popped up styling. I'm like, oh, so it's called styling. So that's how I realized it was styling. I now had to look for stylists in Nigeria. Okay, we're top stylists in Nigeria at the time. I did my research, I saw the names. I said, okay, I looked them up online, and then after school, so before I ended school, in my final year, I realized, so while I was doing my research, I realized that when I, did my research, I would see a lot of designers, and I was a stylist. Like what I loved was styling. I didn't really see stylists, being recognized online as much as designers were at the time. This was in 2012, 2013. And then I just had like an idea, like, why not do like a fashion show where you can recognize stylists and everyone behind the scenes. So when you see online, you see these days, all these magazines, you see the nice outfit, but you just see designer. You won't see the other credits for the other people. And there was a stylist on set who did the styling. There was a photographer who took the pictures. There was a makeup artist who did the makeup. There was a hairstylist who did the hair. But none of these people were being recognized at the time. So I was like, why not just come up with something? Why not do something for these people where you can recognize everyone behind the scene? So 2014, I was like, I'm going to do it in school, let me do something in school, blah, blah, blah. Then Nigeria ASU strike happened. So we all went home and I was in Lagos and I just felt like, okay, when school resumes, do our show, blah, blah, blah. And then I just got the light bulb moment again in Lagos. I'm like, why can't you do a show in Lagos? Wow. Must it be in Ife? Right? People that do shows in Lagos do have to hate. And that's how I just called my team, came up together, started planning. So it was called the Lagos Wardrobe Exhibition. We started in 2014, August. I will never forget. I had to look for sponsors. I went around, and all of that. So that's how we did our first show. And of course, on campus, I had done some styling here and there, just collaboration with people. Student life, just do something with some clothes and take pictures. So in Lagos, we did TLWE, the Lagos Wardrobe Exhibition. We had more designers come showcase. We had stylists. We had everyone, models, makeup artists. It was really big. We did that Okwebi then. In 2013, I got a hall. I was really crazy. I went all big, right? Yeah. So we did that 2014. Then after I did that in October, Lagos Fashion Design Week at the time, right? Lagos Fashion Week then was called Lagos Fashion Design Week. Yeah. Put out an opening for interns, right, for the fashion show, and then I applied, right. So I applied, we did the interview. Then it was a big deal. We did the interview. Hundreds of people came for the interview. I was one of the people with the pics for the show. I was really excited. Then my parents were like, "What's wrong with you? What are you doing? What's all this fashion thing you're doing and all of that?" But another thing with my parents, they were also very supportive, right? But with Lagos Fashion Design Week, we always had to, interns, they have to be there very early and they leave very late. Yeah. And my dad was like, in this Lagos, you're just going out, coming back by what time? I had to find an alternative where I was going to stay. I had a friend then, stayed somewhere in VI. So I did the show in 2014 and I learned a lot. From there, I met people, of course, networking and stuff. Young girl out of school, then from there, someone who saw me do what I did, hardworking, committed, dedicated, just called me randomly after the whole show, and said, "Oh, there's somebody who needs a stylist." Was an e-commerce. She owns an e-commerce retail platform at the time, and I recommended you. And I said, "Oh, really? Okay." So that's how I got that. I had not served all this while. I had not served, just out of school.
Was that your major?
My first, yes, major styling job, fashion job. Right, so I went there. I was there for I can't remember how long, maybe 10 months or so. And while I was there, the founder, I had no clue, right? I was just working, doing my thing. The founder got a job with a multinational, an e-commerce multinational in Lagos, in Nigeria, right? And part of the deal she got with them was, of course, she had her own company because she was getting a very top role in the organization. And she said she had her own company, but they told her to shut down because it was also e-commerce. So it was going to be like competition and stuff, right? Yeah. So they asked her to shut down the company. But she told them that she had to call one of her staff.
Okay.
And she came to the office that day. I'll never forget. And she was like, "Oh, she's going to shut down the business. She had a job with this company, and she has to take one person, and the person was me."
Wow.
Right? And we're like 3 or 4 at the time working with her. It was a small startup, right? So that was how I moved from there to the multinational that I worked at. And I worked in the fashion department in Jumia, right? So it was in Jumia, or the fashion department. I had not served. Remember, I had not served all this while, right?
Had you finished school then?
Yeah, but I was done with school.
Alright.
So Jumia worked in the fashion department for 3 years, right? I went to serve as well. From there, came back, went to camp, came back to Jumia when I was done. From there, I went somewhere else. I was the brand manager. From there, like that, until I founded Kwasi,
Kwasi.
right? And that's how my journey in the fashion styling industry has been.
Oh wow, this is like an amazing story. The way you moved from school, ASU strike, you took the opportunity of being in the house to go and intern. Nice move. So, like, how do you identify your personal aesthetics, your brand, your styling? I see that your styles are usually very unique, very decent, very royal. They give this royal king-like, queen-like aesthetic.
Okay. So my personal style is tastefully timeless, right? So I love timeless aesthetics, right? Even with my business with Kwasi, you see our brides, our clients always look timeless, right?
Yeah.
Because for styling, one of the things that we hold dearly, or one of our value is, fashion and style is timeless, should be timeless. We're not really big on trends, because trends come and go. In 3 months, you're wearing, who remembers like that whole carrot pants?
Yeah.
I mean, if you wear carrot, I'm a keep, my money grow on grass,
Those
and
colorful sandals,
juicy,
those rubber
right?
colorful sandals.
Trends come and go,
Yeah, they do.
right? But style is eternal. Style is timeless. So that's our own personal aesthetics, right? Such that in 2024, you're going to see me, and in 2030, for example, or in 2034, in 10 years' time, you don't even think I did it in 2024. It still looks fresh, right? That's a timeless style. So that's my style. And what classifies the timeless style? You really work with the basics. So what are the basics, right? So your pants, your blazers, solid colors, not a lot of prints. If you're going to do prints as well, it has to be like really be classy prints, right? So solid colors, basics, your essentials, blazers, your shirts, your pants, skirts. So that's like, my style, very timeless and very, tasteful.
What do you advise for an individual? Like, what should be in your wardrobe? What colors, what styles should give us like 5 or tips though on what should be in our wardrobe?
Your wardrobe.
Yeah.
So as a woman, right, there are some wardrobe essentials you must have in your wardrobe, right? And it doesn't have to be basic. It doesn't have to be boring.
Yeah.
Number one, you should, as a woman, have a black pant, tailored pants in your wardrobe. Or if you don't wear pants,
Short
a black
pants.
skirt
Okay.
in your wardrobe, right? You should have a black blazer in your wardrobe, because you can always style this differently. You should have a black dress in your wardrobe. Little black dress, you may call it, or a black dress, just something really classy. You should have that in your wardrobe. You should have a pair of black pumps, leopard print pumps. You should have those pair of shoes in your wardrobe. You should have a pair of denim,
Yeah.
right? You can always style it differently, style it up, style it down. You should have a pair of that in your wardrobe. You should have a pair of classic button down white shirt like you're wearing today.
Yes.
You
I
know,
see that already.
if you have this in your wardrobe, you can wear it with a blazer, you can wear it with a denim jacket, you can wear it with a dress, you can style it up differently and it always looks stylish, right? So these are just a few things you can have in your wardrobe. You can have a nice work bag, sling bag. There are different things you should have, and then as you build your wardrobe, you can begin to have variation of these different things in your closet.
Are there like any fashion mistakes that you see around now that you would like to like change?
I would just say fashion mistakes typically that I see as a stylist is people not dressing for their body, not understanding their proportions, right? Everyone has a body type. And that's why styling is personal to you, right? There is how you look. There are things that you like, that you're attracted to, that you're drawn to, right? So you should know that and dress according to that, right? So you have a body type. For me, for example, I'm a rectangular body type, right? What does that mean? It means rectangle. So rectangle have all sides equal, right? So the top and the sides, like up and down, are the same. Side are the same, right?
Yeah.
That's my body type. And there are different body type. There is the hourglass body type, like the general figure eight, like we all know, right? The African figure eight, right? We have the paired shape, right? So paired shape means you are smaller on the top and you're bigger on the bottom. We have a small waist. There's the apple body type. The apple body type, like an apple, you're round in the midsection. Your mid area is round. There's the inverted triangle. So this is a triangle. Then this is an inverted triangle. So you are bigger up and smaller down. So just know your body type and dress accordingly. And everyone can look good no matter your body type. You don't have to wear what the next person is wearing because it may not look good on you.
Exactly.
So understand your body type and dress accordingly. There are different ways and different things you can wear. You can just do your research, right? And then dress accordingly to your body type.
But how do you make this decision when you're styling a client? For instance, I come to you and tell you, I want this particular outfit and this is what I want. Even if it doesn't look good on me, but I want it to come out nice. Like, how do you decide when you have such clients?
So first of all, you came to me because I'm a professional.
Yeah.
So I would give you professional advice, right? And I would tell you politely, nicely, this is really nice, but I don't think it will look good on you. However, we can do XYZ to make it suit you or your body type. So that's what I would do with a client, right? I just don't, because I was telling, my staff recently that what we do as stylists, we dress typical Nigerian women. And typical Nigerian women are not your normal magazine models. Right? So they are not your normal runway models where everything is all slim, tummy is slim, everything. No.
So you see that thing, we make decision according to what we see on the magazine. When we're buying clothes,
Absolutely.
we see it on their body and like, oh, this one is very fine. Oh, I think I should buy this. And you don't even think about your body type.
Exactly.
You just
How it will look on you.
but
You
take
see
it
Met
because-
Gala, you see the runways, right? See the award ceremony. Like, oh, I like what this person wore. I like what this person wore. And then I want this. But by the time it's coming on your body, he's not giving what it's meant to give. Right? So what we do is to advise our clients to say, this is really nice, but it won't look good. How about we do this? So we give them another alternative. This is also nice to give you the same thing you're going for and things like that. But if the client insists, hello, it's your money, we'll go ahead and do it, but we will just not post it. We won't be affiliated with it, right? It's your preference, it's what you want, but most times we always advise our client. And the good thing is our clients usually listen because they know you're coming to a professional. Yes, and we are for you. We keep telling our client, we are for you. Right? Your friends or your sisters may give you biased opinions. But I, as your stylist, I'm giving you an unbiased. You are my focus. Your sister might give you an advice because your family members or would family think they also have something, they have something at stake. I don't have anything at stake per se. You are what I have at
Or
stake.
they just want to make you feel good.
Juicy, right? So we just advise our clients according to their body type and ensure that they look good every single time.
Okay, so and there's one thing differentiating between a fashion stylist and a fashion designer. I think I struggled with that for a very long time. Can you just tell us the different job roles they do? Like what do a fashion designer do? What do a stylist do? And just break it down a little for us.
Okay, so there's a huge difference between a fashion designer and a fashion stylist. In Nigeria, it's beginning to gain momentum. Right, when I started stylist, stylist wasn't really recognized or anything, right? But a designer is a designer, so they create the outfit.
Okay.
So they tailor the outfit, right? Let me use the bridal industry for example. I'm a bridal stylist. So what do? You're getting married, you come to me, I'm getting married in 6 months, for example. Right? I want to look good, I want to blah 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 blah. So what I would do as a stylist is to say, fantastic, we have a consultation. right? I determine your body type, your style aesthetics, your values, your preferences, what you like, right? And then I come up with styles, inspiration that will look good on you and the occasion. Right, based on your preference, do you see, and your tastes, right? Now, what a designer would do is, I will go to a designer to say, I want XYZ look for my bride. The designer will say, beautiful, come up with a sketch, and get the fabric, if possible. Sometimes the bride makes send the fabric, or designer gets the fabric and tailor it to perfection. At the end of the day, when my bride wears that outfit, it's beautiful. So what I've done is to come up with a style that suits her taste, her personality, her style. But what the designer does is to tailor it to perfection. Now, why a stylist is important is because sometimes when you go to a designers have a lot of things that you're doing. They're making a lot of dresses. They might not have time to give you that personal touch to your own style and your body type.
Whatever you take to them is what they'll give to
Exactly.
you. Advice.
Exactly. So they won't say, oh, this one suits you, what's your body type? No, for me as a stylist, I will understand your body.
Yeah.
These are your proportions. So this is what I need to do. I need to make your upper body proportional to your lower body. Or I need to make you have an illusion of a slim waist. So for me, for example, I don't have a defined waist as a rectangular body type. So my job is to ensure that my waist looks a bit defined most of the time.
Oh, wow.
Do you see? Or make sure it's proportional. Okay. Do you understand? So that's what a stylist would do. But a designer would just, make the outfit and all of that. Sometimes if you have there's some good designers who would also go the extra mile to do consultations with you, and say, okay, ask some questions like what's your body type and things like that, right? But ideally they're two different things. And they play major two different roles.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mrs. Show. We'll add a very interesting episode, and I hope you guys were jotting things down. Did you take note? Because from now, our styling game should be on 100. 100. How do Gen Z say that in 4 plus 4, 8? Get it?
Yes,
8. Yes, 8. So your styling game should be on 100 after this episode. So before we go, we will play a game on this episode, and I'm switching it up on this episode. We're not playing the regular lyrics game, so we're going to do like a rapid fire question.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, guys. Welcome to the game segment of She Create Podcast, and let's do this. So, what is the first thing you do when you wake up?
First thing I do when I wake up, I either look at my husband, or I carry my phone, go to my Bible, or go to Instagram. Anyone as the spirit leads.
Okay. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
If I could have any superpower, is to read people's minds. To see and know what they are thinking. Because people and human beings.
Hey, God,
they create. That's all I can say.
God. What is the strangest food you have ever tried, and did you like it?
So it's not strange to me, but it might be strange to a lot of people. So it's something called gyo. Where my mom is from, she's from Benue State. It's actually caterpillar. And I really love it. It's really good. Yum.
Caterpillar. Oh my God. I think I've seen that too in Edo State too.
Yes.
Caterpillar.
Yes. It's black. Oh my God. I know.
Okay. What's the most outrageous fashion trend you have ever followed?
I have ever followed that
outrageous,
trend.
Yeah.
I don't really do trends. I don't know. Outrageous. I don't really do trends. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. A fashion stylist. What else? If you could travel back in time, where would you go and why?
Travel back in time?
Yeah.
If I could travel back in time, where? What year would it be?
Yeah, and why?
If I could travel back in time, maybe the year when Nigeria was being amalgamated, 1914.
And what would you do?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just understand what's going on in that colonial era,
Like, why people joining?
Yeah. So to be honest, I really want to. I've been very intrigued about Nigeria's history.
Okay.
Right. If I could travel back in time, I'll go back to our history. Like, the 1900, 1910, 1914, the amalgamation, the colonial era. I really, I really love to experience it. And again, it also feels like Nigeria was better then, right? And when I say better, I don't mean but not the civilization and stuff, but in terms of the quality, the economy, it felt like it was really good at the time. But oh well,
God bless Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for coming to our podcast today. We are so grateful to have you.
Thank you for having me.
And so it's a very insightful episode. I learned a lot. I'm taking note. And after this episode, style game is on point. But first off, I'm going to our wardrobe.
All right.
You want to join me? DM. Okay, so Mr. Show, there's something we do. We have this invisible wall that we have quotes on. So we'd like you to drop something, that word for someone. There's someone out there that is listening that word could inspire. So let's have it.
Okay, so my mantra, which is, there is always more, don't settle.
Okay, there is always more, don't settle. That's why I'm not settling for this outfit. There is more in our wardrobe. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for being on this episode today. And thank you guys for listening to this episode of She Create Podcast. And don't forget to like, share, drop your comment, and you can also DM us if you have any reviews for us. Yes, thank you so much. I really do appreciate your following, your likes, your comments, and your share. And keep streaming and keep liking. See you in the next episode. I'm still Jumoke Smalls always. Bye. Love ya. Mwah. Bye.
Bye.